Well, what's interesting about the Shannon Sharp situation is the girl was actually represented by Tony Buzbee, the lawyer who I got into it with on Pierce Morgan. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
that was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
That the feds talked to multiple people that he's representing that were suing, but they decided not to use any of them, which makes me think that there wasn't any real credible, real evidence that they actually did anything wrong in the whole situation. Therefore, there's only two people that were actually used. The only person that was actually that filed a lawsuit that was used in this case was Cassie. And there's over 100 lawsuits. So what does that say? That says the lawsuits
that's
are
where
all
you're
nonsense.
wrong. You know, I listened to you.
I'm wrong?
And some of
Which of your clients was used in this case?
So you just made this grand conclusion that, the U.S. attorney talked to a few of these folks and decided they had no credibility. You are flat out wrong in that respect. Because
I'm wrong?
they may have,
none of them were used. None of them were used. How am I wrong if none of them were used?
Decided is that there was nothing that happened across state lines, and there was no sexual trafficking, which is what the case was all about. So it has nothing to do with whether these people were credible or not. Their case is a civil case alleging state law claims of assault after being drugged. That was not the case that was brought by the U.S. attorney. And frankly, that's not a case that could be brought by the U.S. attorney, and which is the point
your own
that
client accused Jay-Z and Diddy of raping her when she was 13, and we all saw it was all nonsense. It was absolutely false. It was absolutely false. She said Good Charlotte was there. They weren't there. She was 13 years old. Her own father said it was all nonsense. Jay-Z sued you over that. Come on. Like you have a long history, not credible
give you a little bit of
represent.
information,
A long history.
Make all these broad,
a long history.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Have you won a single lawsuit with any of these people you've represented? A single lawsuit.
Literally 30 days ago for $640 million, pal. So don't be telling me about winning lawsuits.
With Diddy?
More lawsuits than any lawyer in the United States. So I don't hear
with Jay-Z. How many lawsuits have you won against Diddy and Jay-Z? How many lawsuits have you won against Diddy and Jay-Z?
None have went to trial yet, knucklehead. Think about it. They don't just file a case, go to trial. Wait and see.
You won nothing.
Okay, let me just jump. All right, look.
You're a knucklehead.
Thank you.
You was ripping that motherfucker ass. Because they send those motherfuckers out.
Man, listen, I was like, look, you got 100 people that have all been drugged and raped by Diddy. And then you also got that girl who said she was raped by Diddy and Jay-Z when she was 13, when her own father said it was nonsense.
Right.
Like, come on, like, cut it out.
Yeah.
Nobody was used in this Diddy federal case. Like, none of them, not a single person.
Yes.
Even though they had all types of male prostitutes on there that were not being trafficked interstate, because I've interviewed 5 of them at this point, right? So, and he's like, wow. I'm like, how many of these cases have you won? I just won a $650 million case. Nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a personal injury. This was a personal injury lawyer that started doing celebrity stuff.
And they're still doing personal injury.
Exactly. And that's where he won. And I found out some very interesting kind of little tidbits, because I talked to a top lawyer about the situation.
Yeah.
So you got these lawyers like, we've won $600 million for our clients. You know what happens a lot of times? They'll like sue somebody who's uninsured.
Yeah.
Right? And the maximum would be like $1 million.
Yeah.
So the judgment will say $650, but you're not going to collect any of that.
Nope.
You're not going to collect any of it.
Nope.
So it looks good on paper. I just won $650. By the time the dust settles, it'll be a couple $100,000, if that.
It'd be $10,000.
Exactly. So you could say how much you collect. How much you collect for your clients actually in the bank.
Right.
You're going to have a very different story. So I don't believe these like, we won $10 billion.
It's all
because he got run over,
You know the first guy to do that was?
Who's that?
Larry Parker.
Larry Parker. I see his billboards around.
Oh, you don't know who Larry H. Parker is?
I mean, I heard of him.
Oh, my God.
He's the king of this?
He used to do these commercials, but he had a restaurant in Beverly Hills that we would all go to, and they had all this food and shakes, and the shakes would be named the Bobby Brown this, the Chris Tucker this, the Ice Cube salad and all this, but it was a place everybody would go to. Death Row, everybody would be there.
Wait, are you talking about this commercial right here? Hold on.
When you're in an automobile or motorcycle
That's the new
accident, you want a fighter on your side.
Look at the 80s, 90s. That's the new one. Larry H. Parker got me is a guy in a wheelchair. Larry H. Parker got me. Ate me.
Took care of me very well.
He's got the random black guy in there. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. You gotta see this part. Look at this. This just comes out of nowhere. Hold on. Look at this.
Larry H. Parker took care of me very well.
We've been
That's it. They just threw him in there.
Yeah, he's have a guy in a wheelchair.
In Southern California.
I'm glad I called Larry H. Parker first.
See, no. That's not the one from the 90s. The one from the 90s is...
Okay, hold on.
Larry H. Parker got me $11 million. There's a dude in a wheelchair. He can't move or nothing.
Hold on a second. Okay, I can't find the wheelchair commercial.
Yeah, trust me. You'll I'm gonna send it to you, but yeah, he was Larry H. Parker will fight for your right. Unless that skinny guy is a new Larry H. Parker, he's lost weight. This guy was big, and he had a restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
On Beverly, and we would be there 24, it's 24 hours, and then we got a little crowded. Somebody got shot.
Okay.
We're closing this down.
Okay. That's how to do it.
But that was our go-to. That was the